Within the great vigil walls lies many surprises. The party may soon find that there isn't one mystery to solve, but a forest of them. A forest of them.
All right. Sydney, Anna. After your tussle with the mites went all right. No one took any damage. Tenebrum got nauseated, got hit with a little bit of that poison darts.
A little bit of the poops.
The didgeridoo blue pipes. Took it like a man.
A real
Went well.
didgeridoo don't.
Real
if you will.
didgeridoo don't.
That's real gender exclusive of you to say, by the way. She took it like a strong individual who has a...
Took it like a strong dwarf. Thank you. That was
Yeah.
actually like
Yeah,
by Pathfinder's definition racist because he is a dwarf, not a human.
absolutely.
Which is what we're going
couldn't
for.
even bother. Wait, is Sydney a man?
Sydney Anna is a half elf.
Yeah, I was
And
gonna
she
say,
came
she's not a
with
dwarf.
you.
She's huge.
And then after the tussle,
Tall.
you all realize that she's still bent down, trying to get some maybe stools or scraping some stuff up off the tree, but she is completely still, statuesque. And I believe Tenebrum,
I had stomped over there.
because you're still quite the big man.
Boom, boom, boom. So.
Shit's shaking. Things are falling out of trees.
Don't be alarmed.
In a louder, more bellowy than usual voice.
Don't be alarmed. Alright, Lady Pathfinder. Miss.
Completely silent.
I get over my weirdness about touching anyone of the opposite sex from my, priestly upbringing, and I go over and with my massive hand, just I would imagine at this point, like my finger is like the size of her shoulder.
Because here's the thing, you were a medium creature, so I don't want to get everyone's perceptions too wrong. You just went
giant,
a class up. You are a large type.
Doubles.
So I'm like the size of
Yeah,
so you're her
quadruples in
size
weight.
now.
Yeah, but you're only moving one size category
so
up.
he would be the
he's going from a
size-
medium to a large.
Okay,
so
so
you're
I'm-
about the size of an orc.
I'm an orc-sized dwarf now.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Wow.
That's still scary.
That's still
That's a bigger than a
very
Presence.
wide.
That's
very
intimidating orc.
wide character.
yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So I tap her on the shoulder a couple times.
She kind of falls over.
Oh, and I can.
And then she's still
Don't break her.
the way she falls over though, she kind of falls in the shape of her bent down to scrape that stuff up. Like she was just like a statue almost.
Can I just
perfectly paralyzed.
based on all are we seeing everything we can see? Can I do a general perception check? to see
Yeah,
if I'm,
sure. I mean, if you feel like
are we
doing,
feeling? Oh, you know what?
that,
Can I?
I want you to.
I want to detect some good old magic right here. So it's more-
you could do that, and then perception check. Perception check first.
Yeah.
All right.
Perception check first.
We
That's
all get
fair.
one of
everyone,
those.
everyone
We
get
all
in
get one
there.
of them.
Not very perceptive.
Not very perceptive.
Not very.
Oh, dude.
Pretty perceptive.
That's gonna be an 18.
Well, I guess you are big and holding her at this point. You see the most.
Oh no, that's a 20. That's a 20.
Ooh.
Perception.
It's like
Hot damn.
It's like a 6.
6. All right,
Why is it uncontrollable to say the word like that?
So, because I think there's this Megadeth song. Sounds funny. Many reasons.
We're gonna need you to get out on this, Daniel.
instead.
What you got?
Alright, so she's all collapsed over. So both of you are kind of Moragolus and Yarstel. You're just looking at her. Just perfectly statuesque, frozen. You're like, what is going on here? Tenebrum immediately kind of looks around. He's trying to check, he's not focused on this. He's focused on maybe what's happening, what caused this. And as he turns around, he sees.
Thank God you rolled that 17. More of these stupid bats?
Well, one.
No. So it's not really a bat. I just don't have the piece for it.
Okay.
So you see what you could only assume is a ghost. a phantasm like in the shape of a humanoid, about 6 feet tall, just standing there, and it seems like he's waving his arms at you. I don't want to say he, like it is, because it's an incorporeal beast. It's like,
Get over here. I'm looking at things.
Does anyone else see this? Does anyone else?
I respond to him, like, I start looking around. Do I see this ghost?
yes.
Like, is he visible to me?
It's visible to everyone. It's just perfectly silent. So you were the first to see it, Tenebrum.
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
It kind of like looks up at you and like places its hands on its hips, and then it like points at Sydney on his body,
Did you do this?
and it like shakes its head,
Are you
And it-
Sydniana?
points at the and it points to Morgulus and like claps its hands,
Oh bloody hell!
How did this happen?
and she kind of like kind of shakes her hands back and forth as if to say like no, and then shakes her head, and then stops, and then you can see she's kind of like thinking.
Is there a way we can help you?
Can you roll a knowledge arcana, anyone who can?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Thank you for making me think of that. Yeah, it's going to be a +4 on whatever this is. And whatever this is a 7, so 11.
I mean, it wasn't
Nothing.
So 10, it beat
11.
a 10. Oh,
Yeah,
so
it was 11.
All right, so you kind of get the feeling that like you can talk, but you don't really have the means to perhaps commune with dead, or talk to ghosts, or someone who speaks.
I speak Sylvan.
That's not gonna
Sylvan
do it.
is the language of the forest.
I speak Celestial.
That's gonna do it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I reach into. I realize that she is a phantasm of some kind, and
Yeah.
I reach into my deep knowledge
You're probably shrinking about now.
of that as
Yeah.
I come down to size, and,
And her head kind of follows you down.
and I sort of nod my head.
Yeah.
And in Celestial, ask, "Oh, what can we do to fix this?"
Woo! Thank goodness, she says to you. It's like, I'm so happy that one of you speaks Celestial. Don't freak out, but my body is dead, and I know that sounds weird, but and I assume, Tenebrum, you're translating all of this as it goes on.
Yeah,
like, just
I
back for it.
pass along.
But here's
Your
the
body is what?
my body is dead,
How?
but here's the thing.
What?
That wasn't Sydney Anna.
Look, we'll just wait.
I'm Sydney Anna. That's what I was wearing.
That makes sense. Okay. So your basic quest remains the same, yes?
Yeah, I guess it does, but you know, I was trying to check out this poisonous mushroom. She kind of like hovers over to her like dead body and then like leans down to it and then tries to touch it, but her hand goes through it and she's like, this is incredibly frustrating. These mushrooms were nearly as poisonous as the last time. And she stands up and thinks, and those mites you fought, they were twice as small, but twice as strong as any of the other mites you've seen. Mites are usually about 3 feet. They were not even a foot. Yet, yes.
Does
Yarstell?
anyone have that was a
DJ
real life
question. Okay, yes,
raising
yes,
my
DJ.
hand. Does anyone have you ever heard like a representation of Celestial? Like, what does that even sound like? Like, what are we witnessing right now? Like, you're talking to a ghost, but like,
In my head, it sounds like a Latin that kind of harmonizes with itself.
Yeah.
is it like one of the demon languages where as you speak it like fucking echoes and
to me, it's like
bends
Latin that
space around it.
harmonizes with itself. That's
Right,
what I've always
yeah,
pictured.
yeah,
like
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like it's a semi-chorus, like a half chorus when you speak Celestial.
all right, that's rad. Is there like glitter coming out of their mouths?
Nah,
Like
for sure.
rainbows?
It's too much.
Like I just imagine like a
Reel it
rainbow glitter like connection between their eyes, like
It's like he hates
some
speaking
sort of-
Celestial because he's like coughing, gets glitter in his beard.
Right, like imagine like a nebula, like a space nebula,
Well-
like between them. All right, I'm sorry.
Is there a way we can find you another body?
And I relay that.
Another shell?
She thinks it's just like, well,
Oh, I should be dictating this to you, so you
It doesn't. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I can. You,
I
we
can
can.
skip a
We
step.
can
Yeah,
assume.
Yeah,
We
we
can
also do.
assume that I'm doing.
She kind of like thinks for a moment. She's like, well, the thing is, the bodies are volunteers that host me for my knowledge. So I can pretty much go into like anybody. But then, and then you hear the gates to the tunnel slam open because they shut after you left. And they were supposed to open when you got back. They slam open. Rushing out of the tunnel. And Sydney kind of like turns to look. Should have had his rocks ready.
Donk.
That was the gate.
Did you guys hear that sound? That was.
I think it's the gate, and I turn to align myself.
Bursting out of the tunnel is a minotaur. So here's the thing.
I snap to attention immediately.
Motogolis and Tenebrum.
Loose on us.
Motogolis and Tenebrum immediately recognize this as oops, Greymore Harkstone, captain of the Daemons Vigil.
Oh wow.
He's decked out in the same like Daemon's Vigil armor, like high class ranking, and he storms out and stands to attention, easily like 10, 11 feet tall.
And I snap to
Giant.
attention immediately. Sir,
At ease. And he stops. And you see him just looking into the forest.
sir.
Everybody back in the tunnel as slowly as you can.
I do that.
Move back.
Yeah.
Tiny feet at a time we go.
Everybody roll a reflex save.
Fuck, I knew this.
That's not
I knew
great.
that this wasn't
Oh.
going to be as simple as us saying we could just walk backwards. Oh, fuck me. I don't like that. That's going to be a 11.
He knocked my die over. It was 21.
His,
It
yeah,
was.
he
I
did
did.
roll
It's
that.
not-
He
it's
rolled
not 3.
Nat
All right,
20.
It's 21.
Nice.
Yeah.
11, 21.
12.
All right.
Yeah.
So the ground itself lurches kind of towards the center of the forest. Yarstel and Tenebrum are knocked flat prone.
Oh, fuck you.
It just like
Fuck
jostles
you.
underneath me, and I just like retain my footing.
Monogalis stands as it is. Once the shifting stops, Greymore, who stood still in the process, is get inside now. Everybody roll another reflex save.
Well, does prone have an effect on reflex save?
I believe it does.
Yes, DM.
Yeah, like probably -4.
That's gonna be
Sorry.
I would guess -4.
That's gonna be
Or
a
is it
20.
disadvantage?
It is no, it's disadvantage.
I'm calling it disadvantage.
Fine.
That is going to be it from now on.
So that's 19. 11.
That.
Alright.
Sorry.
Oh, alright. Thanks, guys.
That's not
The
bad.
13 was reflex, right? 16.
16.
11.
20.
All right. Luckily, that one was a little bit easier to pass. So, Motogolis gets kind of, as it lurches back, knocked down, kind of sits down, not like flaws down, but what you would have avoided was that the earth didn't swallow you just then.
That's a positive.
So
thing,
it gets,
I think.
you lurch a little bit closer to the middle of the forest. And then you see Greymore get down on one knee and hold onto the ground. And he looks at you and goes, "Everybody hold on."
I am already holding onto the ground.
I clenched my tiny fists into the grass.
So, there is a shift in the ground. And you sort of feel like it's a waterbed. like the ground itself is kind of rippling and moving, and you see the trees. And you see the trees, some of them get bigger, some of them get smaller and shorter, some of them are started growing. And then everything is a blur. You're launched into, it's like the ending of Space Odyssey, just like stars going down, just all of trees blurring past and mushing forward, and you're all getting like kind of tossed and turned. Everyone roll a strength check.
What is happening?
Oh no.
What is happening? Oh fuck.
I didn't do much better.
It was a 4. Roll the 4.
20.
Nice.
Yeah, that's gonna be a 4.
This is what it's gonna be.
4.
No. Actually a 5.
All right.
That's a
At
difference.
least we failed
Tenebrum,
together.
roll a reflex save.
It's not bad.
10.
All right.
Oh boy.
So, Morgulus, you get kind of lost in it as it's moving, and you lift off, and it almost seems like you're gonna fly up. And Tenebrum reaches out and grabs you by your sack shirt and kind of pulls you back down. And Greymore does the same for you.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Nice.
And you see like his hulking hand grabs you and slams you into the ground.
Thanks.
It's a little bit
as
easier
you're,
for him.
as you're rushing and everything's moving around and these trees are just blurring past you, and then everything stops.
Okay.
Everybody roll a perception check.
17.
That is a
17.
19.
All right. It's very clear that you are deeper into the forest now. The
Gate's
trees are a lot longer, are a lot taller, and you've already begun on that incline. And Greymore stands up. And I'm gonna adjust the map real quick. Everybody adjust in the map.
So call it 3, 2, 1. Take drinks of water. Hit your jewel. Do what you need. Music's really good too because, like, I can see it. I can see it being very rhythmic in the waveform. We were playing D&D. It was the best I'd ever seen. We should have seen it on TV. We should have sold it to a movie producer because the story's so good. We wanna play some D&D and we knew we should, so we put up some microphones and recorded that shit because Marshall's story's so good that you'll wanna hear it because it's the shit.
On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Content Couch plays Pathfinder role-playing game modified for our own benefits, aka CC PPRPG FORN Forest.
Oh, shit.
Fuck it, Forrest.
Oh, shit.
Greymore stands
Whoa.
and he's looking around and he's painting. Everybody, like you can see, he's just immediately scanning the horizon.
What the fuck was that?
Keep your voice low.
Okay.
About a minute passes, and a gust of wind moves through the trees and brushes to, like, hits him on the side, and he points that way. He points to where the wind is heading, and he's like, "That's the way to the wall. We don't know how far the forest has moved us, but we need to move back to the wall immediately."
Does this happen a lot? Did you guys know this was gonna happen?
It hasn't happened in years.
Oh, well, that's not a good
Well,
sign.
can we actually? I've got a question. We're talking about? Ooh, it hasn't happened. And what just happened?
That's a really good point.
I too would like to know what happened.
And he's like looking around. The forest isn't just trees, it is a living thing.
Did it just try to eat it?
No,
Okay.
occasionally, and you can see as he speaks, he's still looking around him. He's not focused on any of you. He's focused on what's going on around him.
Oh, is Sidneyama still with us?
No. Did you ask that question to him?
Sorry, no, that was actually me asking the
Oh,
GM.
sorry.
I guess I should have.
Sure.
You didn't happen to see a ghost?
Sydney? No. She probably stayed by the gate. The forest can't interact with ghosts.
Right, well then. You are the boss. So, I guess we follow you.
I'm thinking we should get moving.
Yes.
Yeah,
So let's...
preferably towards the wall.
So he begins creeping almost towards the direction he pointed at. You notice very, very deftly for a giant hoofed creature. And he's holding his great battle axe, and he's moving step by step, still looking back and forth. About 2 minutes pass. Still walking into the forest, leaves crunching under you. And he stops in his tracks and he goes, "Nobody move. Everybody roll a perception check."
20.
13.
11. No, I'm sorry, 12. I can't do math.
Curses. Math.
My nemesis.
Your lack of preparation.
Ooh,
Means
for
Are you
the,
fucking prequel memeing people right now?
for the sake of
Is that
can I retcon something real quick?
Sure.
For the sake of creeping through the
It
forest,
cannot be a prequel mean.
I have
too long.
sheathed my warhammer and drawn my longbow.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
all of my weaponry is still on my back, I presume.
Walking
me
forward
get
with no
those,
weapons drawn. Hands out though.
I'm not particularly prepared for these types of emergency situations as a person.
So
As a
he
gnome.
stops and he's got his axe. And he says, "Okay, when I give the signal, all of you are going to run as fast as you can. That way."
Okay.
And then he kind of like raises his axe. And then slams it into the tree. Next to him. We'll say he's like right here. And you hear this squeal. This as he pulls the axe off of the tree. And a giant praying mantis falls to the ground and rears its head up, at least 12 feet tall.
We're running though.
He screams, "No!" Everybody roll for initiative.
Oh, great.
He told us to run.
No.
Yes.
Not to
He
help him
definitely
fight.
said run. I see that look in your eyes, Tenbrum.
That's a
We're going.
that's a
We're
natural
leaving.
20.
What is that?
So that would be a 23.
I'm gonna go ahead and go out on an 11.
I'm going with
For
one.
Yarsky.
A nice, healthy one. I assume I'm going last, unless someone has some other reason.
I'm so sorry. Give me those numbers one more time. Tenebrum.
23.
All right. Moragolis.
1.
Whoa.
Yikes.
Yarstel.
That's a big old 11.
And not super great going this far last, but
You know, well, at least you can prepare with the knowledge that you are in fact the last to go.
yeah.
All right. 10. Go.
I can't leave you here with this. And I'm gonna cast I'm gonna cast a Doom on the mantis.
Nice. Good touch. Just Just a little bit,
just good old fashioned
little bit
Doom.
of Doom.
Help me, like, do you have a reminder? What's
Doom.
what's going on with
So
Doom?
he takes -2 on attack rolls, damage rolls, saves, and checks.
Is that a
that's
DC check or something, or I
I
got to roll for that, or do I just do it?
would imagine. I don't know if it's a spell save. I guess it'd probably be a save, a DC spell save DC.
I mean, that would be based on the character.
That would make sense. Probably, would it be a will save though?
I would imagine so. 14 to save.
They don't have terrific will, so. Nope. It does not. It's doomed. Doomed.
Okay, great. So I've done that, and yeah, that's my action. So I guess I'm gonna start to move away.
And he's like, all right.
All right. Okay, thanks.
Moragolis.
20.
Really? Okay. I'm gonna.
Oh, sorry. I'd like to just.
I was
oh
like-
my god.
I was
I'm
like,
so sorry.
Thanks,
Yo.
sure. I
All
must have
right.
had a boon or something. Like,
Dude, I'm out of here. I'm sprinting. 4 times movement speed.
It's that direction.
Yep, that's where we're going. That will be what?
This isn't half.
8. So 16 squares.
Oh wait.
it's a tiny thing.
Oh, I see. So 18 squares that way.
Oh my god.
Off the map. Beautiful.
All right, I'm ready.
I really hope you guys are coming with me.
It's
I really hope I don't find myself alone in like the next 2 rounds.
He yells again, "Get out of here!" And he goes to swing at the mantis and misses. 'Cause the
that's
mantis
not
kind of
great.
like ducks down. And then emerging from the other tree, kind of climbing back down, is another giant mantis. And it comes down. It's like, and it rears up and snaps his bits. And Greymar yells again, "Get out of here! Run, run, run!"
Oh my! It turns out I was right about those surprises. With giant praying mantises on their tail, the party better skedaddle. Find out if they skedaddle proper next time on Content Couch Rolls 20s.